The astrological craziness is about to chill out, and then we've got some serious things happening. April 13th is the full moon in Libra. Venus also goes direct, so like we're chilling, thankfully. Non-ironically, the Sun and Chiron are going to be conjunct for that full moon, triggering, healing, empowering, probably a combination of all three of them. It's giving release me energy, you know? Release me! Yeah, that's how this Venus retrograde has me feeling. But moving on. Mercury's already direct as I'm filming this, so happy Mercury direct. The reason I say it's gonna get kind of serious is because starting the day of the full moon, we have Mars squaring the Sun, squaring the moon, which Mars right now is in Cancer, ruled by the moon. So big groundings happening on that full moon. Big groundings. The way I read squares is that things are in reality. We don't get to avoid it. We're here, we're on the earth, we're in reality. And a lot of the times because of that, especially if you are in the spirit or you work as a spiritual practitioner, things that have been floating around, they come to the ground. So full moon, okay, plus Venus direct, we're turning things around. So that's going to be a pretty big day. Then going into the next couple of days, all right, we get to the 15th and the aspects start to look a little funky. A little funky? You want to look at the mess that I'm looking at? Hold on. This is the 15th and this is the 16th. This one is the one I want to talk about. We have a square between Pluto in Aquarius, the dark moon in Scorpio, Mars in Cancer, and then again the Sun and Chiron in Aries. Which, let's break that down for just a second because we've got other stuff going on. So break it down first and then we'll move on. Yeah. The shadows of chaos and priorities are about to bring in a new beginning. Prioritize how chaotic your life is if it is at all possible on, what is this, the 16th? On the 16th. And if you're someone who receives prophetic things, this could be a day where there are lots of rings and strings and messages that come through, so just pay attention. Honestly, the energy that this is giving, I'll probably be at the altar. Altar work or offerings, I don't know exactly, but I'm probably going to stay in and mind my business. Pluto squaring the dark moon in Scorpio? Nope, keep my happy butt inside. Thank you so much. I don't need that. Plus, Mars in Cancer is going to be at 29 degrees, which that in and of itself, serious. And this is after Mars has gone direct. Oh my goodness. Mars is the other ruler of Scorpio also, and the ruler of Aries. Bring strategy with you that day. It'll have a lot to say. And trust your instincts. Bring strategy with you and trust your instinct. And before you go out that door, before you go into anything that could be relative to war, okay, or harvest, that's part of Aries and Scorpio too. So clock that as needed. Before you do any of that, just really know where you're at. Okay? Okay. Moving on to the other stuff that's going on, we've got 2 different kites in the chart that day too. So we have this like crazy serious grounded energy with Pluto and Scorpio and Mars and Aries, like crazy grounded. And then the kites, they put us way high up in the sky and they're like, okay, fly, fly, fly. So we have, and there's 2 of them. There's it twice. This is a day to take your own advice, okay? This is a day to not really listen to anybody. Like, take your own advice for sure on the 16th. Oh my God. Because things are going to be flying and then they're going to be on the ground and then they're going to be flying and then they're going to be on the ground and it's going to happen all day long. It's going to happen all day long. So we have like the Venus direct on the 13th, the full moon on the 13th, right? And then we have just this, the 16th, this crazy aspect. Oh, yeah. Yep. What even is a kite? Look at this. You see how it goes like this, and then here, and it literally looks like a kite. I know there's a bunch of other aspects in there, but hopefully the tracing of the lines made sense. And the shared corner of that kite is all the stuff that's happening in Pisces, the North Node and Venus and Saturn, which are basically all going to be conjunct with each other. Talk about a kablooey could change what the heck is about to happen kind of day. Because what's happening on the earth and in reality, that's the stuff that's unpredictable. That's the stuff that's chaotic. That's the stuff where you need strategy and you need to kind of be in the prediction, but you can't predict everything. And then the stuff that's happening way high up in the sky and like flying, the stuff that we're like receiving a bunch of clarity and a bunch of this like upper information is going to be really emotional, super serious. It's like really high wisdom, super serious high wisdoms. It's at the later degrees in Pisces. That's why I say that. Oh my goodness. It's a day that's gonna rock the boat. It's a day that's gonna have a lot to say. I will be inside on this day. I'll be inside. I'm not trying to hide. I just know where I need to be, and I'm going to be inside. That's where I'm going to be on this day, April 16th. I'm going to be inside. The astrology for this day says listen. Literally, it says listen. And also, it says that you could fly. But remember that gravity brings you back down. And so if you can strategize how to fly and then how to come back down and when to fly and when to come back down, golden, you're going to be golden, okay? But you got to be strategic about it. You got to be really serious, and you got to be kind of calculated with the way that this is. And you have to take into account that you can't predict everything. Yeah. And that's kind of a hard thing to do in strategy, because there's a lot of stuff you don't have any control over. So not to freak you out, not to scare you. This is just going to be a day it's going to have a lot to say. It's going to be a really intense day. So if you want to harness that energy, you know what? Buckle up and ride on. Yeah, that's part of the reason I'm gonna be at the altar. Keep me inside, I know where I need to be. Let me harness the energy, put it into something. So silly, but true. And that energy really only lasts for the 16th, because then the moon moves on, like the moon moves pretty quick. So, and the moon is going to be a corner of both of those kites. So early morning the 16th. In UTC time, the chart that I'm looking at is 8:16 a.m. UTC, April 16th. So, translate that as you might need to. So the night of April 15th and the morning of April 16th, I'll be inside. Okay. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew. Keep doing what you need to do. Things are really going to turn around after that full moon, and this aspect is going to really ground it. I did not mean to zoom that, but yeah, it's going to really ground it. So, and the dark moon in Scorpio. Okay. We do still have that square happening for like a couple days. Actually, interesting. I didn't look this far, but let's look this far. We have the time, at least in the video. That square where Pluto is in Aquarius and the dark moon is in Scorpio and Mars is in Cancer. Oh, interesting. And the sun is in Aries. Things in reality are about to take a really big turn. Holy cow, what the heck? Oh, because then we've got the dark moon in Scorpio. Okay, so that one stays the same. Pluto in Aquarius stays the same. The moon that was a part of both of those kites that were happening, now in Aquarius, conjunct with Pluto, next to Pluto. And then the other two corners of the squares have transited signs. Mars will be in Leo and the sun will be in Taurus. This is on the 21st of April. So reality is about to take a turn. Reality is about to be a shifting. What you gifting? Some fresh new beginnings is what that sounds like. Things are going to get grounded, they're going to get serious, and then they're going to turn into something different. And it's going to be kind of unpredictable. And it'll have to do with other people, because Aquarius is our social groups. So, interesting. Interesting. Honestly, I kind of like it. The first aspect, the one that was on the 16th, kind of freaked me out a little bit. But this is going to be a pretty good new beginning outcome to the crazy grounded, weird fly high, then grounded, then fly high again, then ground again energy that's on the 16th. It's some good transitions. The 13th, the full moon, Venus goes direct. April 16th, what the heck, fly high ground, be serious, look around, strategize, clock it, okay? Because, again, Aries and Scorpio are signs of war, so, just before you go outside, just make sure you know where you're at and calculate as necessary, okay? And then the 21st, oh, there's our new beginning. Oh, that's what we were fighting for. Oh, look, I did it. Oh, yeah, here we go. It's going to be a little bit different in probably a really refreshing way. Mars and Leo, we're finally done with the crazy emotions of Mars and Cancer. Thank the gods. Thank the gods. And we have a new beginning. Plus, Mars, when it started its retrograde, was in Leo. So, we're returning. The star of the show is being reprioritized. You and yourself and the sun and the joy in you is being reprioritized. Again, thank the gods for that. And then the sun will be in Taurus, ruling over that Mars and Leo. So it's we get to rest and slow down and recover and uncover, okay, and rejuvenate and probably receive. And we're going to be focused on resources. Me, myself, and I would like to be focused on resources. And that's what this turn in transits on the 21st is going to allow us to do. And it's going to be a little bit unpredictable. And if you strategize well on the crazy, weird, what the heck is going on with the 16th, golden. You're going to be golden. Things are going to be grounding for you in a really, really healthy, good way, probably. Oh my gosh, I'm almost out of time. Gratitude, reverence, and love to you. Keep up the brew. Keep doing what you need to do. I'll talk to you soon. True.